Hello beauties, yeah, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Winnie, and in today's video we are going to be learning how to make this big palazzo. It is a wide leg palazzo and an oversized kind of palazzo. It is very big. So if this is what you are interested in learning, definitely keep on watching. Like my videos, share with your family and friends, and even your enemies. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I upload a new tutorial. Without too much talking, let's get to the honey of the video. Let's go.
Love you. Hey beauty, welcome to my channel.
So this is about 2 trouser lengths of fabric, and I folded it into 2. I'm using my hip measurement divided by 4 plus about 7 inches. That is what I'm using to fold it. So what I'm going to be doing now is to mark out my hip measurement divided by 4, and then from that point I am going to mark out my crotch depth. Mind you, I added 4 inches to that measurement, my hip divided by 4 plus 4 inches, because we are making an oversized palazzo pant. So after I was done doing that, I marked my crotch length, and to determine your crotch length, you are going to measure out your hip divided by 4. Whatever you have there is what you will use as your crotch length. I am going to be folding my band together with it, so I added extra 3 inches to the crotch length, so that by the time I fold my band and everything is going to sit appropriately. All right, so what you're going to do next is to pack your thigh measurement divided by 2. Whatever you have there is what you're going to mark, but you can add extra 2 inches to that because we are making an oversized palazzo pant. All right, so I've marked that, and whatever I have on that place is what I'll mark all the way down. So now to measure out your crotch extension, just use your thigh measurement like that, then go outward by 1 inch from the edge and mark out your curve. So whatever you have here is what you will mark all the way down. All right, so I'm going to measure what I have there. I have about 17 to 18 inches, and that is what I am going to mark all the way down. All right, so I'm just going to mark that. So I measured out my trouser length this way. My trouser length plus 4 inches. My trouser length was 40 inches plus 4 inches. That's making 44 inches. 4 inches in the sense that I'm going to be using 2 inches to fold at the upper part for my band, and I'm also going to be folding 2 inches at the down part on my leg. So what I am doing here is that I want to mark my hip measurement. So from the crotch length that I measured earlier, I just went ahead to mark my hip measurement my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 4 inches, and then I marked where I want my hip to sit, about 9 inches downwards, and then you are going to mark your hip divided by 4 also there. But that is my hip measurement, so I'm just marking my waist measurement on the waist area, and then I'm connecting that to the hip line, and then I'm just going to cut it out like that. So what I'm doing now is that I am cutting everything out. So I'm going to cut it out like so, and make sure that you are very careful, especially if you are working with a slippery fabric like mine. Make sure to pin everything down before cutting so that you get the right accurate measurement. So now I am going to work on the back. The back is going to be wider than the front, and is also going to be longer than the front. You are going to understand now. So I have folded my fabric and I placed my front pattern on it. So once you are done placing your front pattern on it, what you are going to do next is that you are going to extend your crotch line, and then from that you are just going to measure 2 inches outwards from the crotch line, because you want it to be 2 inches wider. All right, you are just going to extend it by 2 inches on the crotch line, and then on the waist area you are going to come up by 1.5 inches or 2 inches, depending on how the person has how far the hip is. All right, but this person has a big hip, so I'm going to be using 2 inches upwards, and then I'm going to connect that to the waistline at the other part. So once that was done, I am just going to cut it all out like so, and then I'll cut towards the crotch line, and then on the side, on the other leg part, you're also going to extend it by 2 inches, and then you're going to cut everything out. So once you are done cutting, that is just basically it. So the places that I did modifications are on the sides towards the crotch line. We added 2 inches all the way around, and then on the upper part at the back, we extended it by 1.5 or 2 inches, and then we connected that back to the waistline at the other side. I hope you understand. So what I'm going to be doing next is that I am going to go ahead and stitch on the crotch line for both the front and the back, which I have done here. I have gone ahead to stitch the crotch line, and you can see that it is already one piece now. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to place it right side facing right side like so, and then I am going to go ahead to stitch the two sides together. So once I am done stitching the two sides together, I am going to stitch the leg part, the inner leg, towards the crotch area. So what you're going to do, you stitch from one side like so, and when you get to the crotch, you stitch it very well. Then you go to the other side of the leg, and then you stitch it up again. Like I said earlier, my fabric was really slippery, and it was very difficult to work with, but it came out really beautiful at the long run. All you have to do is to pin where necessary, and then to be very patient when you are doing your work. My fabric did not also sew very well, my fabric, so I used paper to sew it. And once I'm done, I am going to hem the upper part. This is where the elastic is going to sit, so I'm going to fold 2 inches, and I'm going to stitch it all the way around. And once I was done stitching, I am going to pass in my 1 inch elastic to it. So once I'm done folding the upper part, you're also going to fold the leg part with 2 inches allowance. All right, so this is the elastic I'm going to be using. It's a 1 inch elastic. So once I'm done folding, this is the elastic I am going to be passing. So I've gone ahead to pass my elastic. I used a contrasting color of elastic here, so you can see what I did very well. You see, I did not stitch it together, like joining it together and stitching. I placed it on top of each other, and then I stitched. This will make your elastic to go round very well, and to not make your fabric to fold. So once I was done, I gave it a very good press, and this was how beautiful it came out. My client really loved this, and it was very beautiful on her. So if this video was helpful, give it a like. Till I see you in the next one. I love you and I care. Bye.